Hey folks, DJ Urbanovsky with American Kami Custom Blades here in Omaha, Nebraska, and here today to talk with you about the new Colubris Mid-Tech. These are the first stainless V-ground knives to leave my shop. Steel on these is CPM S35VN. Rockwell hardness on these is 58 to 61, so it's an excellent hardness for a good user knife. Thrust with these knives was to try and build a knife that would be good for pretty much everything. How do you do that? You really can't. So I tried to get as close as I could with these, and let's do a quick rundown on the features and benefits. Starting with the handles and the grip. Handles on these knives are machined G10. They're CNC machined, and then they are blasted to take off all of the hard corners and everything. So managed to achieve what I consider to be the ideal compromise between traction and not abrading the user or the user's clothing. So very robust, very tacky grip, excellent for wet and dry conditions. As far as the grips that this knife worked with, tried to do something that would accommodate all of the major grips that we use today. If you are a hammer fist kind of guy, when you draw the knife, we've got a little dished out area here at the front of the handle. Your thumb rests right in there and sucks the knife guard into your hand. We have a significant guard here, so there's no danger of your hand sliding down on the blade. If you are an FMA guy, we drop our thumb down into this dish. Now, a lot of knives just have jimping kind of in this region of the handle, and you'll notice when we do that how open this portion of my hand is here. If we then slide our thumb forward down into that spine dish, you'll notice that my hand has now closed up, and I have maximum contact between the spine of the knife and the heel of my palm here. So this knife's not coming loose. It's a very safe, very secure grip. Also, when you draw the knife and address it as such, you'll notice that the knife has a neutral balance point right there, which is automatically indexed at your index finger when you draw the knife. We have this memory bump here. We got some jimping here in the pinky region and then the palm heel region for grip. So when you grasp the knife, you'll notice that it automatically drops that bump in between our ring and our middle fingers. And then as we're drawing the knife, it drops right into that neutral balance point. Okay, so from there, knife also works well for IET, or inverted edge tactics. Very secure. All the hard edges are dehorned because the knives are tumbled, so there's nothing sharp and pointy biting into the hand. And then if you're an edge out guy, this dished out area here on the spine also works great for hooking and opponent control, and works edge in also. And then if you're doing kitchen duty and stuff like that, or you're doing fine work and you want to choke up on the knife, the ball of our index finger knuckle right here drops right into that dish, and then we can pinch the blade like so, and then we can get up on stuff and do our fine work and detailed work and whatnot. Now, another advantage to the FMA grip is how it indexes the point. Wherever we point our thumb, that's where the tip of the knife is going to point. So very easy to direct and manage and control this blade and put it right where you want it. Moving on to blade shape, I wanted to do something with the Wharncliffe. Two problems with the Wharncliffe. First problem is that straight edge that they traditionally have. Very difficult for some guys to sharpen and keep sharp. And then for utility work, you don't even end up using a lot of the belly. It doesn't have any belly on it because it's straight edge, and you mostly end up using the tip. So I want to give this a little bit more belly than a traditional Wharncliffe, so it's got some more utility applications. And then the second problem with the Wharncliffe is how acute the tip can be on them. So what we did is we dropped this tip here, and it's a lot thicker and more obtuse than on a traditional Wharncliffe, so it's going to be less prone to breakage. More steel equals more strength, and that's what we have here. And another added benefit is this ramp here. When you're penetrating things with the knife, if you're stabbing into things, This wedges the blade down in the cut, so it enhances penetration cutting. So a really great utility pattern. It's good for just about everything. We used it in the kitchen, in the shop, around the yard, camping, woodcraft, you name it. It's just a great everyday carry knife. They're about 9 inches long overall. Got about 4 inches of blade on these. And for an everyday carry knife, the way I've got it set up for inside the waistband carry. You'll notice that once the knife is in your pants, it all but disappears. So very difficult to see, doesn't print real well. I'm not a huge guy and I can hide this knife, and it's very comfortable. You can walk around all day with it like that. A couple other little things about this knife. First of all, our dished out area here, this choil between the guard and the cutting edge, makes it easy to sharpen. And then another great thing about this is it accommodates up to a 3/8 inch ferrocerium fire rod, so you're not actually striking with the edge of the knife and dulling it. You'll see this fits right into this notch right here, and it's great for sparking stuff. And then finally, the knife can open beer. So there you go right there. Thanks for listening, guys. Again, DJ Urbanovsky, American Kami Custom Blades, Colubris Mid-Tech, available now, $2.99, coyote black or OD green handles, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, America.